Asian Star 101.6 FM. That was a Baby Doll remix by DJ Zylo from Dubai. So, I did tell you there's a surprise today in the studio with me right now. Look at this person opposite me. Yeah. I have got Illest rator, Desi rapper. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm
Illest rator, the Desi rapper. Huh?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah.
I can't do that, so I thought I'd leave it to you.
Yeah.
So, tell us a bit about yourself, come on, because you're new.
Yeah, definitely. New up-and-coming artist.
So
Punjabi rapper. Basically, my name's Illest rator, the Desi rapper, and Illest rator is my English side when I first started when I was 13, 14, and I practiced my craft, developed it through the years, and then I got into my Punjabi stuff and my Asian stuff, my Asian touch, and that's where it became Illest rator, the Desi rapper, the Desi rapper. But the Desi rapper, that Desi word is, you know what I mean, it's spread it to the whole community, so everyone's involved in my music, so yeah.
And you're happy with it?
Definitely, I'm happy with it.
I'm
enjoying it, yeah.
I've got to say to everyone, I got a bit lucky because I heard you rap about 3-4 times.
Yeah,
so I was
definitely.
really lucky.
I'll just rap anywhere I go, you know what I mean? When I'm walking, when I'm on the treadmill, you know what I mean? While I'm on my bicycle, you know what I mean? And
so why did you want to rap?
Basically, the way like it came about, the passion, it was with my boy Josh in school, and the way that I was feeling the vibe with the live instruments and everything in the school, and just the whole vibe was just amazing, and the music that we were creating and the people that I was inspired by, because I've listened to like so many genres of music, like soul, jazz, blues, you know what I mean, the original, you know what I mean, straight up going back to the history, and you know, like listening to different stuff and experimenting styles, and yeah, that's where it came about, and that's where I said, yeah, I'm gonna show my talent to everybody worldwide, you know what I mean, so people can change with my positive lyrics, like in Punjabi, English, you know what I mean, so straight up, so people can relate to it, and you know what I mean, and they can enjoy what I say, and obviously like my own experiences, I put them in my tracks, and also other people's experiences, what I see around me or what I've experienced, I always put that down. So yeah.
When you say experiences, I've got to ask this, do you ever get nervous about sharing your own experiences or other people's experiences?
No, because obviously like there's certain personal issues that I've had in my life, it kind of takes it off my chest, and obviously the issues that I've had probably someone else has had, you know what I mean, so that's all. If they haven't had it, you know what I mean, they would know, yeah, okay, this guy's, you know what I mean, this is the sort of experience he's had, so we can learn from that, you know what I mean, because obviously the experiences, like I'll give you 2 examples, like I made a mother song for my mum, and for every mum, you know what I mean, straight up, and like the experiences that I had, I put down in a track, and it's in Punjabi storytelling, you know what I mean, what I went through with my mum, the ups and downs, and how my mum's so caring, and how every mum's caring, and yeah, that song's on YouTube, you know what I mean, you can check that out on Illest rator, the Desi rapper, and plus I also put down in a Punjabi storytelling of my cousin, which is from Ludhiana, you know what I mean, and as a kid he was a runner, and he was well respected family, and he had a dream that he's going to come to the UK, and the family supported him and said, yeah, I'm going to go to the UK, I'm going to show my parents that I'm capable of doing this, you know what I mean, so he went to the UK to earn money and send it back to his family, but the opposite happened, and it was a disaster for him and the whole family, that he got into the bad society and he ruined his life over drug abuse. And when I went with my dad and I went to the house, and it was just awful, it was like a crack house, you know what I mean, it was just so depressing, and the stuff, the way that I seen that environment, I said, look, yo, it's just gave me so much pain that I'm gonna write this, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's his name. I wrote it straight away.
Wow, that must have been a very powerful journey.
Straight up, it's just like, obviously I've recently come back from India as well, like 3 weeks, and it's been amazing. Like been inspired by so many people over there. Like I've made a Guruji as well, B.S. Narang. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's Indian classical. Like he's taught like Hansraj Hans and Gurdas Man. Like they're being his students, you know what I mean? And he's based in Jalandhar, and like he just gave me so much respect. You know what I mean? Went over there. Obviously, I'm into Indian classical music as well. You know what I mean? I like my singing as well, so I do that as well with my rapping. So yeah, and then I've seen like poverty and like seeing certain issues. There was so many issues over there that I kind of collected, so many concepts that I collected, which I'm gonna, you know what I mean, do the rap about. Like obviously the cows that are struggling, you know what I mean, they're taking milk out the cows in India and they're just leaving them stranded. And there's kids, you know what I mean, poverty, like there's like corporations, big corporations on one side, and there's the slums on the other side, and people don't care about them. And then obviously I went to go meet two blind musical teachers that are literally both husband and wife are blind, and they teach the harmonium, and I got a lesson off them, and you know what I mean, they inspired me so much, you know what I mean. And just certain things, you know what I mean, going over there and like just learning. Obviously I performed in Punjab University, Patiala, and Hobby Singh, shout out to Hobby Singh from Patiala as well. He's a Punjabi director, and he helped me get that event, and the appreciation was just amazing, you know what I mean, like Sabhyachar, because obviously I do Sabhyachar, Punjabi poetry and rap, you know what I mean, for the people, straight up, like, you know what I mean, like, straight up positive, you know what I mean, like, I wanna, okay, if I'm not gonna change the whole world, at least if I can change one person, that's great to me, you know what I mean.
Has anyone ever come up to you and said, wow, your music's really
Straight up,
me?
you know what, like, obviously, this is like, when I was going to India, like, I was on Heathrow Airport, yeah, and this is the maddest experience I've had. Like, obviously, like I said, I rap wherever I go, you know what I mean? Because it's just something I do, you know what I mean, I love doing. And I was just in the corner of Heathrow Airport, like probably like 10 minutes till my flight, you know what I mean? And everyone's just waiting, the people are getting on that same plane. And there was a kid on a wheelchair, a Sikh kid, yeah, he was going to Amritsar. And I was rapping, he came on his wheelchair, you know what I mean? Literally came to me and said, look, you're the best, you know what I mean? And it touched my heart, like, so much, like, and like, obviously I met his mom, I talked to his mom, and she said, look, like, you're wicked, you know what I mean? You're amazing, like, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? You're brilliant. And like, obviously I asked about the kid, you know what I mean? And she said, oh, the doctor said, you know what I mean, you can't walk again, you know what I mean? They're only young, you know what I mean, like 5, 6.
Wow,
And just things like that, you know what I mean? It inspires me, like, get to learn everything, something new from people, you know what I mean? Criticize, I don't mind getting criticized, because, you know what I mean, I'll learn from that, you know what I mean? Straight up, I'm a humble dude.
And that must give you a lot of support as well, people come up to you and say, wow, your music's really just touched me.
Definitely. That's what I'm here on this planet Earth to do, you know what I mean? To help people. And I'm not like you know, like being famous, you know what I mean? What, you're just doing it for yourself, you know what I mean? Like certain songs, obviously I'm not pointing out to artists, you know what I mean? They're doing what they're doing, obviously they've got hard work towards their success or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's about sending the right message, you know what I mean? Like, words are so powerful, like obviously KRS, like I said, KRS-One is from American artists. And obviously, like, I look up to a lot of American artists when I started from my English. And he says powerful lyrics are really powerful, and they could change a person's life in a positive way or a negative way, you know what I mean? So that's what I keep in mind, and I take that, you know what I mean, every step of my life, and that's what I go by.
That's good, that is. That's a lot. That's really good that you're having your unique point, basically. Definitely. So you want your music to be all about you, or so when people listen to it, they know it's Illest Rator's music, it's not anyone else's. But there is something I want to ask you, so I'll ask you. So now I'm going to go into your success. Yeah. So were there any hurdles in the way, support-wise? Was everything good?
Yeah, basically my dad, shout out to my dad, you know what I mean? He's supporting me a lot, as my uncle as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, just step by step, you know what I mean? They're giving me that support, which inspires me and gives me that strength, you know what I mean? Keep going as well, you know what I mean? Because my dad's, he was a sportsman, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Running 400 meters, you know what I mean? Races and that. And he's been traveling all over India and that. And plus my uncle, you know what I mean? Kabaddi and that, you know what I mean? Everything like that. So, yeah, so just people, like family and that, you know what I mean? They always support you, you know what I mean? And plus, like, you know what I mean, they're compassionate about my music, you know what I mean, of what I do and that. So yeah, it really boosts my confidence.
That's
So
good.
yeah.
They're sports people. Have you done anything in sports? I've got to say, you've touched on that subject. I've got to pick out now.
You know what? Like in school, I used to run a lot actually, because obviously my dad's really fast as well. You know what I mean? When he used to do his thing, but obviously he got injured and that. You know, like on his road down, you know what I mean? But then he stopped. But obviously, yeah, I used to run as well, you know what I mean?
Not now.
A lot. But I don't know.
Any sports now? Anything?
Sport, yeah, I like swimming. You know
That's
what I mean?
good.
I like swimming, I like yoga, meditation as well. I do that regular, you know what I mean? Very spiritual person, you know what I mean?
Yeah, could you elaborate on that? Because I've got to
don't
say,
smoke or anything.
out of like many artists I've met, people I've spoken to, you're the first one that said that you're very spiritual.
Yeah.
How did you get in touch with that, and how have you touched with people?
Basically, it's a really long story, yeah. Yeah, I could be going on for hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to my uncle about that. But yeah, spiritual, like, there was certain stages in my life, like, this is when I was like 20, you know what I mean? And like, I had this spiritual experience, which kind of changed my life. It's to do with, you know what I mean, the spirit and stuff. So I don't know how it came about. It just happened, and it just changed my life. You know what I mean?
And is that why your music is always based on experiences?
Yeah, that's why my music turned positive. You know what I mean? It's just a bit more positive, like, you know what I mean, with my spiritual experiences through meditation and, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, like expanding the aura and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's too deep, isn't it? Like if I elaborate on certain subjects, certain people might not know what, but I think it's good to tell them as well, you know what I mean, because they don't know about it. But for me, it's the experience, what I would tell someone, it's just something that I've had before, so yeah.
But some of your music, like you touched on before, like one of your songs being about your cousin, the journey he went through, and then of course songs about your mums and everything.
Yeah.
But even though you've got songs that are probably on your personal experiences, do you have songs that touch on generic issues in society?
Yeah, definitely. I've got this freestyle, because I got freestyles on YouTube, you know, they're on certain concepts or their lyrical content, you know what I mean, funny ones or, you know what I mean, emotional. I've got one on, it's called Warfare, and it's to do with like society, you know what I mean, how society has been, you know what I mean, there's war going on and like gangs and stuff, like all over the world, you know, all the third world countries, and you know what I mean.
And what made you want to sing about that or rap about that?
Basically, it was just certain things that I seen, you know what I mean, like hearing from, or you know what I mean, certain things on the news, you know what I mean, that were happening in my own country, you know what I mean, and it was just, you know what I mean, and plus I experienced it while I was in India as well, so I just like, you know what I mean, I'll put these subjects down, these are really important to me, so, you know what I mean, I like to bring them out and tell people, you know what I mean, this is what the deal is, you know what I mean.
So you think that possibly everyone out there could at least relate to your songs in one way or another?
Definitely, because I'm touching on every subject, you know what I mean, what's really important, you know what I mean. Not a lot of artists do that, you know what I mean. And like obviously I've like touched on certain subjects like crooked cops, but it's in Punjabi rap. Like it's about the wrong police officers that take advantage of people, you know what I mean. And but obviously I'm still saying in my lyrics that not everyone's just, you know what I mean, not every police officer is like that, you know what I mean. There's only certain people, so I always state certain things like that, because so they don't get the wrong impression that this guy's, you know what I mean, he's you know what I mean, disrespecting the police academy or whatever, you know what I mean. So
Ed?
that's going to be coming, yeah, definitely soon.
So that's in the pipeline.
Yeah, definitely. And plus I've got a single 2015, yeah, it's like a banger hip hop tune. You know what I mean? That's me singing and rapping on that as well.
Ooh. Anyone
that's
collaborating with
coming out.
you?
Yeah, basically Sunil Dalian.
Okay.
He's a percussionist who's in the Asian industry. He's known as a percussionist and a producer, and he won the Bangor Awards 2014 as well. And I'm going to be doing a song with him,
Okay.
featuring another artist, another singer, and that's in the pipeline as well. That's going to be out soon.
Is that something you've been working on for quite some time?
Yeah, we're working on it right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Basically, I've got I've been approached by NV Records. Basically, there was a freestyle that I did, and he loved my lyrics so much, so we're going to be doing tracks with him, you know what I mean, on his label as singles. So I've got three singles with him, a few projects with him, so I'm going to be doing that. Like Desi Skank, which is my merchandise as well. I've got my merchandise.
Yeah, I can see your hat, your shirt.
Straight up, you have to, like, you know what I mean? So people, they get attracted by your clothes as well, you know what I mean? Your branded clothes. I don't like wearing Adidas or Nike or, you know what I mean, Gucci, you know, because that's not you, is it? You know what I mean? I like my own brand, you know what I mean? Straight up, I support my brand and my fans, you know what I mean? If they support me from the heart, you know what I mean? They'll wear my stuff, you know what I mean? And carry it on to other people.
And is there any other artists, I've got to ask, because I asked you this before as well, and you mentioned someone, but for everyone out there that you want to work with, and why would you want to work with them? Do you also think that they could relate to your type of music, or would you ever change to work on their kind of music? Because obviously artists are quite strong about who they work with, what messages they're delivering. So with all your music that you've, you know, rapped, sang, you've only delivered your experiences or other experiences out there. If you want to work with someone in the future, who would it be? Why? And would you, you know, ever move a bit on what kind of music they want to work on?
Yeah, basically, like I said, my mood, like as an illustrator, the Desi rapper, my name, I'm like emotional and funny as well, you know what I mean? I love my personality like that as well, you know what I mean? How I come across that way. And the artists is, obviously, there's other artists that have different moods depending on their songs as well, so I would like to work with Diljit Dosanjh, you know what I mean? I think, I just love his style and his, you know what I mean? He's very unique and he's very talented, you know what I mean? And I think he's got that funny mentality, which I love funny people, you know what I mean? And I would like to work with the UK Asian, you know what I mean, artists as well, like Rockstar, Taz, or, you know what I mean, Dr. Zeus as well. I really shout out to him, you know what I mean? I'm very inspired by his music as well. And there's just a lot of people, you know what I mean, that I really like. And they're the main people that I really like, you know what I mean?
That's good. It's nice to, obviously you've got the aspirations to work with more people in the future.